Now we can't hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Linus, okay.
No,
I
it
think,
dropped.
okay. I see Linus dropped. Actually, he had a very valid point, and I'll still ask him. Wakili Paul Mite had a question to that we have these laws, but I will still read it out later. But I think our problem has become is who becomes our politician and what kind of people are interested to make our laws. I think I agree with him to that point. I think we have elevated. Opportunists, looters, tribal kingpins into position meant for nation building. Instead of leaders with vision and integrity, we have dealers who auction the country piece by piece. When people without principle make laws, the result is predictable corruption, injustice, and national decay. I think it's good we have a couple of people who have tossed their names on the ring. It's not everybody has his own flaws and his darker part. I think we have Matiangi, we have Okio Mutata, we have CJ Maraga. We have people who are here. The good and bad part of every human being exists, and it's time now to look beyond who is going to lead this country. I think I'll hand over the mic to Redemptor. Redemptor, over to you, and as we bring back Linus and bring also up Dr. Milton. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I don't know why X has made me a host. I guess because I host too many times. I thank you for the co-host invite. Just greetings after Easter. I mean, muliamua kupumzika and so many things happened. There were rains, which were a good thing, and then people died. I think 6 to 7 people died from the floods. And so when we keep hearing about loans, infrastructure, roads, and all these, we always wonder. Every time mvua rasha zile zilinyeshea Mama Aida, hizo rasha kidogo tu and people die. Then we are talking about billions and billions. Every time we talk about billions, we're also seeing a situation where an MCA who was vocal died and few people will believe there was no foul play because of the times we are living in. And I've said people have died for less. People have died over Shamba worth 1 million. So it's possible that you can't touch some of these stories. They will cost you life. I'm not alleging anything. I'm just saying we are living in a time when people call us, inbox us, and they ask us, Amuogopi. So it means you have no right to speak as a Kenyan. Now, State of the Nation for me, and how to solve the problems. Linus, I hope you come back and we send you a message to the people that you are close to, the honorable, the very educated jurists, all these big titles, senior counsel talking about we didn't start the fight. You mean a fight that ended up having young people killed? It was not a small fight. It was not the usual stand on podium, call each other Muganga and the other one this and all those things. This was not an ordinary fight. This was the young people of this country in the fight for their lives and of their lives. And I hope the MPs will have nightmares. I really wish them nightmares. I hope they pray every time they're in that tunnel and they are running away and the youth are after them. I hope they have, because it seems it has never sunk where we are as a nation in terms of the awakening that is happening. The older generation and some of the younger generation carry a very heavy baggage of ethnic loyalty. And we saw the president saying Kenyans are never appreciative. So people treat politicians as if it's a romantic relationship. Every example you hear is a family, Baba, our children. When you hear presidents and what are they called, the public relations talk about our children, you would actually think we have a system of parenthood and not democracy. So praising the nation for me, the first solution, and I think I've listened to Kenyans enough to say we are so emotionally entangled with politicians. It is so emotional that people who were in these spaces in July, today I listened to them and I asked myself, what happened to this one? It just took Baba saying everything is okay, and we forgot that people died, and it's not the one who started the fight, like that revelation that has been poured to us. So praising our government, someone was earlier saying about a Zita Stadium or something, and I remember the Water Stadium. So do we play musical chairs that, okay, let's now clap. The bridge has come in my place. No. It's gone to that place. This game is going to come to an end, I believe. I root for the young people because they have so many other things to have feelings over. They were born during Facebook. They were born into Facebook. I think some of them, their births were announced on Facebook. And so we have politicians who come and use TikTok. And that's why we do this, Abdi and Hillary. They speak, we speak. And someone has said we are all politicians. So let's do this. If they go and make statements, let's come and debunk those statements. Let's poke holes on. They have so many feelings about what they do. They actually feel we should be grateful to them. And I've come here and I've tried to defend some of the whistleblowers, and wale mnajuana na hao wazee mwende mwapatie message. You cannot come and do exposés and tell us fertilizer was stolen and then you tell us you want to be our president. No. When you start something, we finish. So let's continue talking the state of the nation. I always pay my tributes to those who keep the conversations going. A lot of people come and tell us to stop talking, to go on the ground. What ground? We are the ground. You compare us with politicians who speak from lofty places. We are on the ground. We listen to people on a daily basis. And that's why we come back and say the solution of Kenya will come from Kenyans. And the first thing is, if you think of emotions all the time, you think about your politicians, please divorce them and start thinking about this young generation that has the feelings they have is about the struggles they are going through, the unemployment issues, the babas taking their girlfriends. They cannot start families because they are broke. The loans they have to pay. Fuliza this, Fuliza that. Let's keep talking, Kenyans. Thank you, Hillary and Abdi, for the opportunity to make my opening statements, and great conversation going on. Asanteni.
Thank you, thank you. Linus is back. Before I bring in Linus, let's bring Sam and then Karanja, and then we cycle back to Linus' submission. Sam Mokoya, the mic is yours.
Uh, Thank you so much. Allow me to say this. One, I am going to play the devil's advocate here. One is politicians know what they're looking for and they know how to get it. Our electoral system is very expensive. If you're a politician and you want to win your seat back, carry as much money as you can, go to the wanasema ni mashinani. Kama ni bridge yenye imekatika, tengeneza. Kama ni barabara, weka maram if you can, and all that. Watu wenye wanapiga kura, most of them, by the way, hawaelewi hii kazi unasema ya legislation ni nini. What exactly are they supposed to be doing? Wakae tu kwa nyumba wakunywe chai na mandazi so that they can be discussing about a bill, a law, and all that. So most people who vote don't understand what that oversight, representation, and the legislation is all about. So that is why they have to fight for CDF. They must fight for it so that they can have solid money, so that they can fix a bridge somewhere, so that they can steal some money, so that they can bribe more people for them to be re-elected or elected to go back to parliament. Hii ni kazi wanatafuta. Si ati ni watu. I mean, this is employment. It's a form of employment. And the only way to get it is being very crafty. So that is one. Like I said, our elections are very expensive. By the way, kutoa Mkenya kura kwa mfuko, you tell him or you tell her, kindly vote for me. This is what I'm going to do and all that. First, we don't trust you. That's number one. Number two, we don't believe you. Number three, we can only believe if you buy my vote. The elite, hawa watu wenye wameenda shule wanajua what they are supposed to do, who a good leader should look like, are they very expensive. By the way, before someone decides to vie for a seat, lazima watu wakutane mahali. You look for the opinion shapers from mashinani, professionals, accountants, lawyers, and all that. You bring them together. Wambia unajua nataka kuvai. So these people kuwaleta pamoja is one hell expensive affair. Look at the Law Society of Kenya, for example. Kama watu wana contest. If you are contesting for any seat as the Law Society of Kenya, Those guys will tell you it costs more than vying for an MCA seat. Why? You're professionals. You know, I mean, you can drive yourself to the mtu anaweza kuzoom akwambie redemptor nataka kura yako, this is, you know me, or I campaign, I come to you, I tell you, you know, this is what I want to do, this is my vision, kindly trust me with your vote. But then you have to meet with people, waweke kwa kakona, wanunulie chai, you send them fare to come to the voting station. We are the problem. I am not going to put this on the shoulders of members of parliament. We are the problem. How we elect our leaders is, I don't know how to describe it. We are the problem. Tuseme from Kisii land, Deputy President amekuwa huko leo, and a host of other members of parliament. Wamechukua pesa. After that, watu wanashangilia. People feel like we have the leadership here. Watu wanapita na machopo, watu wanaogopa the whole village. That is how we vote. I have an example of a very good MCA who was elected from Kisii land. Akaleta have a county register. Kama, I mean, there should be a way to verify that student A amepatiwa bursary. That thing went ikapitishwa. And then employment in our county, it didn't have a system through the service board. So akajaribu kurekebisha. People never understood that is what he was doing. But because he wasn't on the right side of the governor akamnyima pesa. So hangeweza kufix the roads. And then he was voted out. So people never understood what he was doing. So based on that, you're voted out. So we are the problem. We don't understand this whole thing. Finally, I will want to see those people who will fight against them being bribed. Wale watu wenye wanakuwa bribed kwa hizi spaces. Election year 2027, my friend, those guys will be on these spaces. Redemptor watu watawapigia simu if you're hosting a space, wanakuambia tafadhali leo usifungue, na ukifungua mtu akijaribu kunipiga tafadhali ni protect. Akupatie pesa. Ile time uta resist your pesa, useme no, I have been given these monies and I have resisted. I'm not going to receive these monies because I have my principles. That is when I will know that we have patriots. Real patriots. Wachana hii ikifika mteremko wa 2026 kwenda 2027. And that is it. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you. Karanja, the mic is yours before we go back to Linus.
Thank you, Hilary. First of all, I appreciate and thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak. I've been following you and a number of people here, and I'm so impressed. As for me and my discourse, I want to say this. I believe spiritually something is happening to Kenyans, and its manifestation is true. I feel a Mau Mau moment in my spirit. I feel young people have given up on a government that doesn't have accountability. These young men and young women, they don't want. Parliament is already breached. It's only that we are dealing with a government or a country that has no conscience. But if it did, someone somewhere would have resigned. Aluta continua. We shall not give up. I really feel what Redemptor spoke, Abdi, and there's a gentleman here, Linus, yes. all I want to say, for us to win this battle, we need 3 points. Number one, we need people who spiritually will front themselves. And it's a moment of silence for the blood we've lost. I wish I would take it to 3 minutes, but I feel deep down, these guys are not gone. They're still with us. Every revolution calls for blood, not animal blood, human blood. I'm a finance professional, but I have a bias in culture. And I know for you to access the highest dimensions and the highest frequencies of this universe, human blood is needed. As a casualty or as a prerogative or as a bare minimum, at some point, their blood still waters the tree of freedom. Just as from the times of legendary African leaders, the Lumumbas, to the Gen Z of our generation, to the Rex Masais and the rest. I pay homage, I pay tribute, I invoke their spirits every day, every night. It is a revolution. My point, Gondi, because I don't want to take a lot of time, the rest have to speak also. Let's not give up. Everybody to do their part. As I was studying the Mau Mau revolution, I realized we had people who went to the forests. They took an oath. It was actually the third oath, the battalion oath. The Madenges, Kimadhis, and the rest. Wakaingia kwa kichaka. Naruku, Baimungi, and the rest. Level 2, we had the sympathizers. Wamama wanabeba mbunduki, watoto, wamama wanapika chakula, wanaweka pale, maumau itapita ndio wakule. So these guys in the forest, they needed ammunition. You know, and all those things.
Yes, Karanja. Thank you. I'll cycle back to you. Yeah, I'll give
financiers. I pray. Right now we have our vote. Let's come out in numbers. Let's do what we're supposed to do and redeem our country. Thank you, Gondi, and God bless. And thank you, everyone. Asanteni sana.
Thank you. Thank you for your submission. Asante yetu sisi tumeshukuru. So, having said that, before I cycle back to Linus, Syria Council Muite says China visit. Article 35, access to information, and 10, transparency and accountability, disclose the details of the loans being borrowed, for what project, and above all, assurances that no kickbacks will end up in the pockets of a few, while a repayment and interest is on taxpayers, Eurobond and SGR, and actually he retweeted that also. Anyway, so that is from him, and the mic is yours. Going back to Karanja, I want to thank also BBC Africa for finally airing the documentary on Monday. that will expose the people who murdered the Gen Zs inside Parliament on June 25th, 2024. I think the state has tried to strictly to cover up this, but the truth will be breaking up soon. So we leave it there. Linus, the mic is yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry I dropped. I felt like saying amen on Karanja's contribution. And I want to emphasize that what Senior Counsel Mwite said, that is the law. What we lack, what we do not have in our society, are people of good character and good intent enough to implement the law as it is. I remember when Hossein Mohammed posted those deals from China, I made a comment on it that make them public so that we can scrutinize them. And then there's a guy who works, it's called Disembe or Dikembe, works in the office of Junet Mohammed. He responded to me asking me to reach out to my member of parliament. That's not the work of a member of parliament. The executive must know that it is inherent upon them to make public any deal that is signed, because those deals are not for themselves, those deals are not for their families, those deals they sign them on behalf of the Republic of Kenya. Having said that, I just wanted to land, and I wanted to pick from where Karanja has left it. My point of departure from the current political class